Back when Bungie was founded, you know, with Jason and Alex and their friends, the culture of Bungie was pretty simple. There's a bunch of college kids who wanted to drink beer and eat pizza and like do amazing cool stuff in their basements.
It's such an important cultural ideal here that this studio owns what it creates.
Independence was going to be the only thing that was going to be able to allow us to do what we wanted to do.
In the end, I think the transition was good for Bungie, the journey through Microsoft, the being able to integrate on the Xbox.
We're a different studio and a more potent studio, and we're going to do things that we never could have done.
The deal was essentially, we make a couple more Halo games, we leave Halo with Microsoft, and we can split amicably. So, I mean, ultimately the price of our freedom was to leave our baby behind, to move from being Halo developers to Halo fans.
Having to leave Halo behind because we left Microsoft, it's kind of a high price, but that's the price of the next thing that you're going to give birth to.
That's going to be a seminal moment for the studio.
Harold had promised Microsoft, we had 2 more Halo games, and Reach was only one of them. What can we do in 1 year with the engine we've already built, not a whole lot of engineers, just a handful of artists? What can we do in a year to get a game out the door? Harold looked at us and said, make it happen.
ODST was a lot of fun because it was a smaller team. It got back to, you know, feeling a little bit like what that Halo 1 experience was.
We wanted to try something that we'd never done before and breaking the mold of what people expect from Halo.
Even faced with making a game in a year, we couldn't just kick something out. We wanted to make it different. We wanted to tell an interesting story in a new way. Pretty early on, film noir was mentioned, detective story was mentioned. Putting that twist on telling a small story inside the universe just coalesced super quick.
Very early on, we latched on to the concept of the nighttime city. It was always more about the silence and the mood and the ambience.
I did brand new music for ODST because it was such a different mood. It was not at all the big space opera. It was the one day, one night story, film noir, rainy, wet, wonderful atmosphere. For me, it meant this should all be new music. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be 6 hours of new music, but it ended up being about 6 hours of new composed music.
You know the music, time to dance.
ODST is the best single player. ODST is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the best Halo campaign in existence.
It's the only one
I have told Joe
worth
Staten
playing.
this. I have taken Joe Staten by the shoulders and shaken him in this fashion. It was the best one Bungie has kicked out, in my opinion, in terms of single-player campaign.
Everyone will agree, not only should games have stories, have great stories, but that we're all in charge of telling it.
The FNG, a rookie. Not exactly green. No ODST is. If I didn't think he could do the job, I wouldn't have him on my 6. He doesn't say much, but I don't care. I just need him to listen.
With Firefight, we knew we could take these intense experiences and kind of expand them out into a co-op flavored game type. Firefight really came from the idea of the gravity room in Halo 1. It's where you go up in Truth and Reconciliation into the ship. That room has multiple entrances in, and these elites start coming to attack you, and they come out of different doors. What's it like to be trapped in a place and have to defend it from never-ending enemies that continually get harder? We knew it was going to be big, but we didn't know like that fans would react to it the way they did. But those were definitely good times.
ODST was the beginning. It was the first one that we did that was not as Microsoft employees. We were Bungie employees at that moment, and that was really exciting.
The Covenant have found Earth. They own New Mombasa. Anyone that could have driven them off is dead or gone. I'd say that makes for desperate times. Me and my team?
Guess we're the desperate measures.